Hi, I'm Beck Lane, and this is Catalyst and Company. Catalyst and Company, where we're catalysts in each other's lives as well as our own. And we work at being the artists we've always wanted to be. What I'm trying to show you is I still have my laptop. Let's see. Boink. I'm still working on the artist fellowships. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still working on the fellowship applications. And I'm down to the last four out of 50 that I've been assigned. And I'm looking at one right now that, again, I'm really having trouble with. I'm struggling. This artist is highly prolific and just doing a lot of work, not just like I do. Look at me, I'm in my studio kind of stuff. She's doing things that reflect her community, her culture. They're about the people around her. She does these like half portraits of individuals. Well, no, she does portraits of individuals, or they do portraits of individuals, and but they're not like I do, where it's, this is the face. It's half is kind of mediocre, traditional portrait, and then the other half is more expressive of their, more whimsical, let's put it that way, of their color, who they are, little things about them. And it's the whimsy thing that I'm stuck on. I'm really having a hard time with it. So I'm going through one of her solo shows right now, and it really is like the super whimsy. But then again, and this is why we're talking these through, they're whimsy, but they're not quite whimsy. I don't know. I wish her skills were elevated. She's painting in a way, I'm sorry, this is going to be really offensive, but she's painting like a middle school student. That's her painting. That's the height of her painting technique. Oh, I just saw something up close and it's killing me. That's the height of her painting technique, which is the exact person I try not to insult or criticize, because we always hope that there's potential for people to get better, or maybe to like loosen up and not stick to these tropes in painting. Like, it just, I can't describe it. It's really irritating to me, and it's upsetting when I see somebody who has so much, not like the end all be all, but has so much potential to be greater, and they just seem to be solidly stuck in this amateur way of painting. She calls herself established, which I think is true. But what I worry is that she is so established that she's ensconced herself in this stilted way of painting, if you know what I mean, where you can have a large brushstroke, but it looks like you're afraid to make the mark. So instead of being decisive and sweeping and full of motion. I want to say it lacks confidence, but people might misunderstand what I mean in that. She has confidence. She's great at coming up with imagery that kind of tells a story, but again, it's whimsical. I am really having a hard time with this one. Because I can tell she actually sees these people. she sees her community. She sees the people around her. She tries to reflect individuals and character and social elements and political elements from her culture and how their culture is affected. I mean, I see it all. Ooh, sorry, there goes my phone. I see it, but the technique is really bothering me, because this isn't a community kids building that we're painting, you know. Although the community kids built paintings that she's done, the murals she's done, have apparently uplifted, oh, it's raining, a lot of people. So I'm like, I'm having a really hard time with this. So thank God we have the keys. We have all the instructions, because I'm going to have to go by the instructions. Technical merit craftsmanship. 0 to 4 is not right. There's little to no evidence of technical skill. To define her or to grade her in that system with that definition would be wrong. She actually has quite a bit of skill in many ways. Her large, these very large scale murals, all the way down to small paintings, to small canvas paintings. Pardon me, I'm almost done. I'm almost done, but I'm ready for a nap. So she's not 0 to 4, 5 to 9. The applicant demonstrates basic technical ability. She's not there. 10 to 14. I mean, she's higher on this grading system. 10 to 14. What is going on? 10 to 14. The applicant demonstrates a competent level. But the connection between technique and the intended outcome could be more refined. Nope, she's better than that. This is where it's hard, because I want to grade her on her actual ability to paint, since she is calling herself an established painter. Shut up, phone. This might be it. 15 to 19. The applicant demonstrates strong technical skills that are well aligned with the goals. I think this is it. The medium and techniques are effectively utilized to enhance the work, because she doesn't have exceptional mastery of paint or the paint brushes. She's brilliant. She's brilliant with color. She's a really great colorist. It's just that awkward, stilted hesitation and applying paint on a large scale it's cringeworthy. It drives me nuts. Diego Rivera actually had that problem in a number of his murals too, where I look at them and go, oh, it almost hurts. It's so awkward. Scope. Yes, her ideas are there. It's just the actual brush to paint to surface is what's bothering me. It's the application is on an amateur's level, and it makes me really mad because I want her to be great. Does the applicant's work engage with themes, problems, or ideas that have relevance beyond the individual? This is scope again. They do, actually. So we're just going to skip to 10 to 14. The grading numbers 10 to 14. The work explores themes that could resonate with a broader audience. That is true. 15 to 19. The work demonstrates clear potential for broader relevance. It does. 20 to 25. The work has significant potential for broad impact. It does. It really does. So that's scope. I gotta give her a 25 on that. I really do. As angry as I am over the immature and the amateurish brush strokes, the actual application of the materials she's using, the scope is there. Innovation and originality. It's kind of not quite. So I would skip to the grading, to the grades for 15 through 14. The work demonstrates clear innovation. It doesn't. Either in conceptualization, okay, approach, okay, or execution of the project, okay. The applicant challenges traditional methods or introduces new techniques, not at all. Not even close. And 20 to 25, the work is highly original, demonstrating significant innovation, not even close. So we're out of the 20 to 25 scoring level in innovation. Okay, let's go back to the 10 to 14 grades. Just as a reminder, there are 4 categories that artists are graded in this fellowship. And in those 4 categories, there are 5 sets of numbers within that, 5 sets of numbers where we can grade the artist from. But there's also definition within those 5 number sets, and that's what I'm reading to you. We have a range. Now the problem is, if I put in, say, 2 into one of the 4 categories, the computer program automatically rounds it down. If I put in 3, it automatically rounds it up. Which is fine. I just don't want to have it round down too far. I don't know why it does that. And I also don't know what's going on with my hair. Okay. So let's try another one of the 5 numerical ranges that we can grade from. 10 to 14. The work introduces some original elements or approaches, but may still rely on familiar methods or concepts, and that is the most accurate. In the 15 to 19 range, again, the work demonstrates clear innovation, either in the conceptualization, approach, yeah, or execution, yeah. I think we're in the 10 to 14 range. I feel very strongly about that. The work introduces some original elements or approaches, but may still rely on familiar concepts, methods. It really does. It really does. So we're going to have to go in that range. And now the last... Yeah, okay. And now the last category, creative clarity. Actually, in her essays, she is clear. She's extraordinarily clear about what she's doing. A bit verbose. So we're sisters on that one. But what would you want to accomplish with your fellowship? This is literal. Let me see how many paragraphs long. 1 paragraph, couple sentences were good. She used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 paragraphs. 14 paragraphs because the board or the juror has nothing else to do but read your life story. And honestly, that's what this is. All I want to see is about the fellowship. Oh, she has a story, or they have a story they want to realize. And then she goes into this diatribe. But for creative clarity, yeah, I mean, I get it. She has creative clarity. I have to give her a 25 on creative clarity. I have to give her the top grade in that category because she has it. She has it. There's no arguing with that. 5. So we've graded her on all 4 categories, 2, 4, 6, 7. So she ended up with a 75. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not horrible. It's not mediocre. Again, I'm stuck on technical ability. She has, but she also doesn't quite possess as well. It seems she's gotten comfortable and also gotten a ton of praise because of the content of her work, which I think is a mistake for content of her work. Well, I mean, it's a mistake that we are all given. We are recognized for, for doing something, for doing things sometimes. Even when, we really need to up our game. If we don't have people around us who are saying you need to up your game, and this is how, and this is why, then we get awkwardly complacent sometimes. And that's what I see as an awkward complacency. And this is why I'm doing the scores. I'm finishing up these last few. And then I'm going to come back and review the work I've done. And I'm making notes for myself, just in case anyone contacts me. What I've done for a note is awkward application of paint, amateurish, that just really bothers me because you can see it. You can really see the stilted brush strokes. Drives me insane. And I'm reasoning in my head, why would she do that? Yeah, maybe it's she feels a lot of pressure. Maybe I've seen that she works with a lot of people around her, a lot of community members around her. Maybe it's nervousness. Maybe it's not having the time or the motivation to improve. I don't know. But the brush strokes are horrifically awkward in places. So much so that I'm having trouble here. So we're on number 47. We only have 3 more to go. Photographer. I think I'm especially mindful because I am a painter and I painted like that, but I painted like that in middle school and high school. As did everybody. It is that same form, that same technique, that same lack of I don't know. I want to say confidence, but yeah, maybe that is it. The same lack of confidence. It's like a kid painting, and it's unfortunate because she does have some very good ideas. So this is where I'm going to go back and rethink everything too. All right, I'm looking at a photographer. Ooh, another one who works on Cinotype with watercolor. Oh my God, I've never seen this before. And now there are two of them. Two artists who work on Cinotype with paints. This fellow is highly polished, however. And applies photographs as well. His own photographs, or their own photographs. Keep doing that. His work is actually really interesting. A lot of texture, a lot of flow, a lot of movement. Pen and ink as well. This is really interesting stuff, except for the photograph part. I can't believe there are two applicants in one jury session who do similar things. Although this guy really, he's more polished. Yeah, you are established. I get it. You're a genius. Huh. And he didn't talk forever. His proposal is literally three sentences long. His proposal, what he would do with the fellowship, 3 sentences long. That's George. That's Fat Pete's dog, George. Fat Pete walks him basically twice a day for about 15 minutes each walk. I get so mad. I used to walk George and his brother Simon. I was, okay, let me put it this way, hired to walk them, and then didn't get paid until we had a blowout. I had a blowout. And I still haven't gotten paid for everything, for all the walks I gave the dogs. So I feel bad. I love those dogs. They're great dogs. We would walk for hours. I mean, really, I would walk them. He walks them 2 blocks up and then turns around and comes back, and he plays with his phone the whole time. I would kill to have my Bugsy back. This guy treats them like they're lamps. It's gross. The only time he acknowledges them is when he's on the phone trying to sweet talk some 20-year-old. He's 60. It's gross. Almost 60. It's really gross. So I hear they've been barking off and on all day. It upsets me because they just want to go for walks. They're dogs. All right, so back to our friend here. I really don't need to go to his website. His application is super clean, super clear. The images he provided are really beautiful. They're perfection. He's highly polished. And yeah, I agree. This guy just kind of, I mean, I don't actually get to say if he goes or not, but this guy just needs time. Poor George. And I mean, it's not for me to say, you know, you can go because you're wonderful, or you can't go because you're shitty, or just, sorry, didn't mean that, but you're an amateur. You're an egotistical amateur, which we've run into. All I can do is grade people. So technical skill, 25. Scope, I don't know about that. I think he's trying on the scope. I'm giving him a 20. I think he's trying on the scope, so we'll put a 20 there because I see the photographic images that he's merging with the cyanotypes. Innovation. He's definitely innovative. And creative clarity. All right, let's check one more time. Oh, I get it now. Okay. Now I understand better what he's doing. Creative clarity. Okay, I get it. Yeah, he's very clear. 595. He got a 95. I actually had to evaluate a woman a little while ago who I wasn't quite understanding what she was doing. It looked kind of like she was just sewing stuff and with culturally relevant cloth. And so I didn't really get it. And she doesn't have a website, so I couldn't, there was no way for me to go, you know, to reference anything. But she did have a link. She did manage to put together a page somewhere with a number of photographs on it. And she also talked about in her essay the work that she does and how she comes about doing it. I can't, dude, really? How she goes about doing it. This is not my happy face. That's dumb. That is really, that is even dumber. But then I realized she actually went to this one particular country, works with people in this one community to have the cloth made. I don't know if she goes there regularly, but she has gone. Oh my. The stuff I'm looking at now is very clean. It's also, there's a little bit of gaslighting going on here. That I'm pretty certain she thinks nobody's going to see through. So, or they're going to, whatever I'm trying to say. Anyway, this woman, a little... no, it's not, that's not bad. It's just somebody else's work and she's trying to pass it off as her own. I don't know. This one's giving me a headache. But this, okay, back to this other woman. She goes to the country, or she's been to the country. Anyway, she works with community members on making the fabric. They have to weave it for her. It's like a really long process, and it's an intentional process. And then I decided to read her essay, that went on forever, as well as her artist statement and her CV. And this woman is absolutely dedicated to her community. Oh, don't put your kids in the photograph. Oh, don't try. Oh. Okay, don't put on silly hats to pose with your artwork. Don't make your children pose with your artwork or your neighbor's kids. Oh my God. Or your teenagers. I went from trying really hard to get this and to root for her to, dude, you've now devalued yourself. Here's my child. You must love my artwork. Oh, and now we're referencing Yayoi Kusama, only with child-friendly crafts stuff. I don't know. I find this really upsetting. Mainly because it's just what could be, okay, let me put it this way, what could be real art. She's presenting as crafty. And she has applied to, this artist has applied to an artist's fellowship. Oh my God. Honey, I want to root for you. I'm not saying it's wrong to engage children, but your whole focus is super fun, kid-friendly art things and bands. I don't. I just read something. I can't. I think she's prolific. Now she's repeating photographs. I'm on the website. I'm just not moved by this. And I want to be. Oh my God. When I say she has taken what could be fine art and devolved it into family-friendly craft art, family-friendly crafts, I mean it inside and out. I just saw a thing where I went, oh my God. I don't think my eyes could roll higher up into my head. And again, she's mimicking Yayoi Kusama, or mimicking Kusama. Oh. Okay, this is what's hard. She's creating volumes of stuff that I can't really explain to you. Some of it is fun. I mean, all of it is like super fun and really nice. Well, it looks like well done. And then all of a sudden, there are children. She puts the child in the middle, like, look at this, don't look at the work. But the thing I just lost my nut over this time was she did a close-up of one installation she did, and it looks like a children's kindergarten room. Oh my God, the title for the works is tacky. We'll try and ignore that. But she did a close-up, and it's literally Michael's or Hobby Lobby arts and crafts shapes and forms glued together. So she's put tremendous effort into producing things and then completely downgraded herself. You know what? You can't photograph the same kids over and over and over again. We can't. I don't want to see them, number one. I'm not understanding this. I'm not getting where she's going. I'm gone back to her essays. Yeah, it's happy art. It's happy art that leans towards cliche. I'm so glad I get to talk this over with you. And we've only got 2 more to go after this. Oh, there's nothing wrong with happy art. It just isn't in the fine art world, and that's what we're judging on is fine art. And again, once I'm done in a little while, I'll come back and take another look. Oh, honey, you're not helping yourself in your essays either. In fact, let's say there were no children photographed. We actually have a, with the, I can't call it artwork, with the stuff she made. And some of it looks like it's technically difficult to piece together. Oh. I really can't read anymore. We actually have a show here in town at the local museum with a fabric artist who pours paint on balloon shapes after she's made them. Ta-da! And everything's in happy rainbow colors. Pooh! And actually, the curator for it tried to explain it to me, and it really wasn't resonating, that artist's intent. There was no intent, actually. Well, it went something like, oh, it's an exploration of how the human body, blah, 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 words and more. They're gigantic balloon shapes with paint poured over them. So she was telling me about the human body and how it expands and deflates and all this stuff. And I go, okay, so are we expanding and deflating in front of museum goers? And she said, no, we deflate them at night when everyone's gone home, and then we inflate them before the visitors come in. And I'm calling bullshit. So unfortunately, this woman has done exactly what I thought she had done. Fat Pete is putting away his dishes now. P.S. I can hear him. She's using shimmery fabrics and twinkling LED lights. So even she understands, and she's probably proud of it too, and, you know, fine. I'm lost. I'm utterly lost. She's giving me a headache. I'm moving on. I'm not going to force myself into this. Maybe I can. Explore waterfalls in a new installation. Hey, we got our 6 out of 5 words. The 2 to 5 words is 6. But which one would we get rid of, the in or the a? I'm going to move on to happier stuff because I can't deal with this. Okay, this one should be fairly simple. This one is number 49. The 49th application. Okay, I can tell just by looking at the images. And then scanning the first ridiculously long essay. There is a mention of the fellowship, and it's kind of connecting in my head. Oh, God. I'm looking at his website's homepage. Huh, okay, I get that now. Okay. It's kind of just weird. And not in a good way either. He has 2 installations up. One of them, looking at it, it's anemic. Second one, I don't know what's going on. Narrative figuration? What? He's writing about other artists and not himself on his webpage. I have no idea. This guy is a circus. Oh yeah, no. Nope. Finally found his artwork on his own website. No. Conceptuality? Conceptuality and scope? It's smoke and mirrors again. Aesthetically, demarcate. Oh my God, this is smoke and mirrors language. It's just awful. Honey, your proficiency isn't there. Calm down. Oh, okay, I understand now. I looked at his age, which again has no variance, but kind of explains a lot. His work, is kind of like an old man who gave up. And I'm writing that in my notes. Okay, we can just skip down. I'm actually looking forward to our last application because I do know what it is. I have seen it. I saw it when I originally went through all the profiles and went through all the submissions, and it's brilliant, and I cannot wait to look at it more. I cannot wait. It's like after sweating through the last couple, I'm pretty excited. Okay, technically, now, basic ability. Technically is basic ability. That's a 5. Scope of work. There is no scope. I don't know who he's trying to reach, or I have no idea what he's trying to reach, who, or what he wants anyone to take out of the work. It is literally what he has made is visual nonsense in the most basic, amateurish way possible. Oh no, we've seen more amateurish ways, but there is no grace to be given here. Let's put it that way. Innovation and originality is a big fat 0. 0 on scope. This is why I didn't become a teacher. Creative clarity. Under one of the 4 categories, creative clarity, does the applicant demonstrate a clear and focused vision or purpose? No. So our little friend here, Mr. Second to Last, got a 5, and I just don't even have the patience to explain why. I can't even put it in the notes. I'm so exhausted by him. So we are moving on to the last one, and I wish I could show it to you, and maybe at some point I will be able to. I saw the work earlier this week when I was kind of combing through it, and it really is brilliantly done. It does lean a little bit towards crafts in its components. We're looking at one now that is wood, acrylic, and of course wood glue. You don't have to mention that, sir. But there are textures, or it feels like a textile, but it's made out of wood. There are incredibly interesting elements thrown in. The design is perfection, and I don't mean it's shiny like a project that's come out of, IKEA. What I appreciate is you can tell a human being made this, not a machine. You can feel it. You can feel a depth, a passion. Fuck, the images aren't blowing up for some reason. All right, I'm going to go to his website because it's not his fault that the images aren't blowing up. They could be the wrong size. Well, let me check something. When I click on the image to have it expand, a question mark pops up. So I've run into this with a number of people, and that's why I go to their websites. whether I'm blown away and, you know, just in awe of them or not. I'm going to their websites. Oh my God. He's really cute, by the way. He's just, I don't mean like, hi, sexy. Hi, I want to have sexy with you. I just mean, he's freaking, he's just adorable. I love this guy. I love this guy. On his homepage, he's got an artist talk that he did. There's some large-scale work that he's done, some sculpture work. This guy is brilliant. Brilliant. There's no other way around it. He's a solid 25 in every category. He is absolutely solid. Cultural hybridity. I've never read that before. And he has a lot of work. We're on his website right now, which I can't show you. This is somebody I want to meet. Just want to meet him and hug him and cry. So thank you for existing. Oh my God, I wish I could blow these up. I want to see more and more. This guy has so much work. And the wood pieces, the wood presentations he's given, they're reminiscent of quilts, but they're wood and they're three-dimensional and they're just extraordinary. He's also done work with kente quilts, and just like another applicant has. There's an umbrella that they've made with using quilt patterns, which, as we know, quilt patterns were used on the Underground Railroad route, but also it was using every scrap of material you had just to stay warm and comfortable. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this guy. Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. I'm just so in love with this. I want to tell you his name in the worst way, and I can't. I want to tell you his name. Right. Okay, we won't waste any more time. I'll go look at him later. I want to know everything about you. Oh, he's the same age as my son. That's wild. Sculptural installation. I've never seen anything like this before. I really haven't, even though we're talking about quilting and we're talking about Underground Railroad quilts and we're talking about woodwork. I've never experienced work like this before. Yeah, this is a 100. And I'm putting in the notes. I want to meet the artist. I really, really want to meet the artist. Absolutely brilliant. This is art at the truest level. When it can hit you in the chest. When it has depth and meaning and purpose. So I've submitted my score of him, the last one, and I'm so glad he was the last one. Not little Miss Happy Pants over there with the LED lights. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. Let's go back to her. That beat is making weird noises. You know, the other thing is, I don't know what we're doing, but we are making noises, and we are by ourselves. So, there are no really clear, intimate photographs of the work. It's all from a distance. It's all with LED lights. So I can't tell technically what they're doing, what's going on. And unfortunately, there's a lot of children and LED lights and kids playing in tents. I want to care. And there's supposed to be an AI illustration of something she's going to make using shimmery fabric and LED. I don't get it. I don't see it. I just don't. And the unfortunate thing is, yes, I'm expressing cynicism. The unfortunate thing is, she's not giving me the opportunity to connect with the work, even though I want to. My job is to connect with the work, my position here. She's not giving me the opportunity, and it's really frustrating. So, Happy Pants, what are we going to do with you? This LED lights. Technically, I don't know. I can't see. It's like such a big friggin' question mark. She did create some shapes that require skill. But again, I can't get close enough to see. And yeah, she's got a ton of high-ish level supporters. But I can't. She's not giving me the opportunity to support her. She's like, everybody else does, so you're gonna love me. I don't know. I don't want to have to assume she's good at what she does. And she isn't. I mean, here I'm looking at something that's an outdoor 3-dimensional installation. And it's nice, very pleasant, very happy. Very pleasing. It would be awesome on parade day. Like, it's kind of sophisticated, but then we throw in kids in tents and LED lights, and I'm lost as to what to do. So, okay, technical merit, I can't tell. I don't know, I guess we'll give her a 15. The scope of the work, it's going to reach people. People apparently it reaches people because it's been on display in public, and we know that children like it. I hope you're learning from this. Boy, this is the last one that I've got to grade. Okay, scope. You know what? Okay, we're going to go for 10, which is kind of in the middle. 10 meaning the work explores themes that could resonate with a broader audience, though the impact may still be limited and underdeveloped. I think that's pretty fair. Because then we've got the last guy, number 50, who's extraordinary. And his work really will resonate in not happy playtime way either. It's like Chuck E. Cheese. No, it's not that bad. Innovation and originality. Kind of. Don't put people in this position. I think this is going to have to be a 10 on innovation and quality. Some of it is kind of original, sort of. There's one piece in here that I looked at that it could be in Georgia. It could be at the artist residency I just did in Georgia, because they have something of the same product using the same materials with almost exactly the same ideas, but it's not her, it's somebody else. I can't remember right now. So I think we're going to go with 10 on innovation and originality, because I'm not sure LED lights really constitutes originality or innovation, since we use them in our homes every day. The work introduces some original elements or approaches, but may still rely on familiar methods or concepts. Plus, she's copying Kusama in some of her repetitive work. And creative clarity. God, this is tough. I still love it, though. I get to judge people. Yeah, I guess we do have creative clarity. Sort of. Once again, we have another artist who wants to take lead with their new artistic colleagues. No. I yearn. Don't yearn. Oh, she's now annoying. I shouldn't have read this. Honey, you're annoying. And creative clarity. Kinda, I guess. It's not terribly clear. So I'm looking at the 5 ranges that I can grade her in, and I'm leaning towards 15 to 19. The applicant shows strong creative clarity, ouch, with a well-defined and focused vision for their work and an understanding of their artistic direction. Kinda. But then knocking it down to 10 to 14 is absolutely incorrect. "10 to 14, the applicant demonstrates a clear understanding of their creative goals." Kinda, though their articulation may lack depth or specificity. That's kind of true, actually. Kind of true and not at the same time. So I think we're going to give her a 15. We're just going to go with 15. We're going to end this painful project. 2, 4, 5. So she got a 50. And surprisingly, she has gotten a lot of attention for what she does. And I'm writing in the notes, please contact me with any questions. All right, so we are done. We are done. We are done. And now we get to go through, start at the beginning, see if I still feel the same way now that I have more experience. And there we are. Thank you for walking with me through this. This has been educational, enlightening, frustrating, validating, and also uplifting. I've missed being around artists that are above my weight. I was discussing a little while ago the sparring that I used to do, because I did competitive sparring for a while, and I would practice. I learned to practice with men that were younger than me, anywhere from 15 to 20 years younger than me. So I would practice with skinnier, taller, faster, more experienced young men, so that I would improve. And I've really missed having that as an artist, missed having that, oh look, there goes an award-winning visual artist walking by. I've really missed it. I've missed being around award-winning musicians. Whoops. Sorry, the battery's dying. Congratulations. I've missed it so much. This made me feel like I'm part of that world again. And we will continue. All right, so that's it. We've finished up the fellowship. Grading the fellowship, you've heard what I had to say, you heard the thought process, and you were a part of it. I hope some of it was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, you can write the questions in the comment section, or you can email me through my website, becklaneartist.com, or becklane42@gmail.com, becklane42@gmail.com. All right, ciao. Meow, 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 meow. Bye, Carrie. Bye, Carrie.